Now let's see what is the next continent that we are going to study about. I think by seeing the image, you all have got that we are going to talk about USA. No, children, we will learn about North America. Well, North America is basically covered its landmass by these two big countries. One is Canada and next is United States of America. Well, this is the third largest continent of the world and it is joined with South America with this thin strip of land known as Isthmus of Panama. And this big continent is surrounded by three different oceans. Let's see about South America. Well, this continent lies mostly in the southern hemisphere. And Andes, the world's longest mountain range, runs in this continent. South America has the world's largest river, the Amazon. By Amazon, please don't think about the online shopping site. We are talking about Amazon River. And you can see the countries in the map. And these countries are mostly the football loving nation. I think you all know about Brazil player called Pele from Argentina, Maradona, Messi, all these players' name I think you know. So now you can think when we are talking about these players, you know now from which country and which part of the world do they belong from. Let's see what's in Australia. It is the smallest continent in the world. Australia, this continent, has been only two countries. One is Australia itself, and another is New Zealand. In many books, you can find the name as Oceania for these two countries. Well, Australia is commonly known, for the kangaroos, ostrich, kiwis, and all these creatures. And this continent has the world's biggest coral reef, the Great Barrier Reef. This continent lies entirely in southern hemisphere, and this continent is an island continent actually. Now, why is it an island continent? Because around all the side it is covered with water. So this is the one and only island continent of the world. And you can see some of the famous places Sydney, Canberra, Melbourne in the map. Now let's see Antarctica. Well, Antarctica is completely again in the southern hemisphere and it is one of the huge continent. The South Pole lies almost at the center of the continent as it is located in the South Polar region. There are no permanent human settlement. Many countries have set up their research centers in Antarctica. Well, few people who stays over here are known as Eskimos. It has the creatures like penguins, the big sea lions, and all these animals you can see over here, specifically the sea animals. As we were talking about the research stations there, from India, we have two research stations there. One is Maitri and another is Dakshin Ganga. Well, students, it will be a very proud to know that Maitri, with the help of this Antarctic weather, is growing some mosses which could be treated as a cancer medicine. Next come hydrosphere. Hydrosphere is actually the water sphere. Well, the word hydro or hydro means water itself. It comprises of various water resources like river, lakes, seas, oceans, etc. This is all essential for the living beings. Have you ever thought, children, from where do we have this continuous water supply? I think you all know. Yes, that is through the water cycle. Looks out to be very simple that the water in the lakes and reservoirs with the high temperature gets evaporated and then it goes and with the forms cloud, and after condensation we have the precipitation, and through precipitation the water is being stuck again back to the river or to the different water sources. So this is how the water circulates in our environment. Let's see about the oceans of the world. Well, 97% of the Earth's water is found in the ocean and it is too much salty for the human use. A large proportion of this rest of the water is in the form of ice sheets, glaciers, or under the ground, and a very small percentage is available as a fresh water for human use. Now, what is fresh water? The waters generally which we can use for different purposes. So you can see the oceans of the world: Arctic, Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, and the Southern Ocean. Now we'll take each of the oceans. Pacific Ocean. It is one of the largest ocean and it is spread over one third of the earth. Mariana Trench, in which we are talking about in a previous video, in that I have said that it is one of the deepest point in the world and it is present in this Pacific Ocean. The Pacific Ocean is almost circular in shape. Asia, Australia, North and South America surrounds it. Atlantic Ocean is the second largest ocean and it is S-shaped. The coastline of Atlantic Ocean is highly indented. The irregular and indented coastline provides ideal location for natural harbors and ports, and it is one of the busiest ocean in terms of commercial purpose or trading purpose. Indian Ocean. It is the only ocean in the world which is named after any country. The shape of the ocean is almost triangular in the north and it is bound by Asia and in west by Africa and in east by Australia. Southern Ocean. It encircles the continent of Antarctica, extend northwards to the 60 degrees south latitude. I hope children you remember what is a latitude. Arctic Ocean is located within the Arctic Circle and surrounds by the North Pole. It is connected with the Pacific Ocean by narrow stretch of shallow water known as Bering Strait. It is bound by northern coast of North America and